Okay, we are back after the amazing game that we had last time
10
through
out of 10.
Puck. So, you know, if that is any indication on what we're going to be doing with base trade next week,
Good stuff.
I'm looking forward to it, and you guys should be too.
Body is ready.
Going to do one more game here, and then we're going to take a small break to give us an opportunity to eat some food and give you guys an opportunity to eat some food or use the bathroom or donate more money, whatever it is. Adam?
Mr. Maximus Black.
Yep.
Hit me up with the sound of, why are these names just so bad today?
I know.
Hit me up with the old school noise. There we go.
Starting down here in the bottom left, we have
Aesunity.
Aesunity. All right, I'm going to call him Unit or Unity. Unity. And up top here, we have DrLandrov. So we got the Doc.
Land Rover.
Up here in the top right. So it is going to be a PVZ. This game comes from a $10 donor by the name of Hattori. We also got a $100 donation in between games there. Postal Panda dropping some heat again before he has to call it a night, as it is late in the Swits.
It is.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to add here at the beginning. I'll just quickly say again, big thanks to everybody. Shoutouts to World Vision for allowing us to be here and represent the charity and raise some money and all that fun stuff. And we're looking forward to the weeks to come. This is the first event.
Many weeks.
And we've already gotten, in terms of Canadian dollars, about $4,000.
Yep.
So that's almost half in 5 hours.
Pretty good start. That's a strong start.
That's
Jeff.
a very strong start.
That's a very, very strong start.
Yep. But yes, once again, guys, you can go and check out all the links in the description below.
Got a little PVZ action going on here, Mr. Black.
My favorite.
Now, since you were Protoss and I can sit here, there's nothing happening, I can say, as a Protoss player, what's the openings that are going around the interwebs right now as a Protoss when you're up against Zerg?
It's usually just one gate expand, like we're seeing right now. This is one gate expand. I'm seeing a lot of Stargate play. I've seen Roddy do a lot of Stargate stuff. He loves his Phoenix, so he'll start double pumping Phoenix out and use those. And I've actually been starting to do that build late last night, which I've actually started to find a little bit of success in there, and then kind of transitioning into Colossus High Templar Archon towards the late game. It looks like this Protoss is going to go for a very fast Twilight, and he's going to drop down a Dark Shrine likely. And this is a build that I was working on for a little while, where you're not trying to end the game with DTs, but you are rushing with DTs, and you're going to try and not only get scouting information, but you're going to pick off as many drones as you can. And if they're not prepared at all, sometimes you can even win flat out just because they don't have anything that can see the units.
Yeah.
Looks like he's not going to be going for that. I thought that's what he was doing because he rushed the Twilight so fast. He is going to be going Charge Lot, and he's dropping down the Robo Bay, which means he's likely going to be going for a 2-base. Could be a 2-base all-in, or he could grab a third and just start doing some Charge Lot drops. But if it was me, I would be going for the Immortal Zealot all-in. And if I am doing that, which tells me the reason why I'm iffy as to what he's doing, is I normally don't get charged right. Whoa, this is old. That's a mothership core.
Yeah, well, we downloaded the replay, so
all
this
right.
is now really old. We have a mothership
core.
So
now this is making sense, because before I'm thinking meta in terms of what's going on now.
Yeah, that doesn't play anymore.
This changes everything. So this could just be like an Immortal Zealot push.
Yeah, like Immortal. I was gonna say this looks like Immortal Zealot, but we haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, this is old, man. This is an old replay, but it's all good. It's all gravy. It makes me miss this unit.
I mean, against Zerg, it could have also just as easily have been the Archon Zealot.
Yeah, could have been.
Back in the day.
So we got more gateways going down here. We got one forge upgrades. Yeah, I don't know what he's planning on doing, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not picking it apart for any reasons right now. That's for sure. I get no idea. All I know is that we're gonna have the Hydra Den
I'm going to turn down the game volume because for some reason it just...
super loud again.
Yep. All right. Well, he's getting those immortals, just like what I thought, and he's going to do a push. It's not the best timing. I mean, he's 5 minutes, 10 seconds in now. Typically, when you're pushing out, you should have been moved out already, and you're basically attacking now or even a little bit before now. So the Zerg, if he is any good, should be able to defend whatever comes up here. It's not like the guy even has like 7 or 8 gates. He's only got 4 gates. He's just chrono boosting 1 immoral at a time. So it's not. At this point, I'd be getting my 3rd.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't know if it's going to be worth it for him to attack. By the time he gets up there, Unity's already in the midst of building a bunch of Hydra.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be a bit difficult to work your way through that, especially if you're going into Zerg territory and you're not fighting off creep. It's going to make it a lot more difficult with that kind of an army comp at this point to be able to do anything major with it. But we'll see what happens, because apparently he's going to give her a good old college try, Mr. Black.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good old college try, and he does have, 2 immortals with him, or just the 1? Is there 1 in the warp prism? Yes. So he's going to have 2 immortals, which can do a crap ton of damage to, to all of this, really. I mean, there's a chance that he's not going to win, but he could definitely cripple the Zerg with this push. He should definitely be getting a 3rd in behind here. Like, 3rd should have went down immediately, because he's likely not going to win here.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to be a bit more sensible about it at this stage of the game. But he's sitting on the minerals for it, too.
Definitely.
This is just looking an awful lot like I don't know.
I'd give a plat.
I was going to say gold or plat.
I'd give a plat.
Yeah.
It's not quite gold, but I'd give a plat.
Oh, well, he's got another warp cycle in. Here comes the charge lots with the couple of immortals out back. He even tossed in a couple of...
Yeah. Unfortunately, he does not have Observer here, so he's just forced to retreat flat out. And the Zerg is going to be fine, and sadly, he did not start that 3rd, and that 3rd needed to go down a while ago. So... Oh, I was like, are those Dark Archon?
I'd be okay with
they're
that.
just like red-colored Archon. This must be a custom game, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but we've got the Archons out now. That's going to be mildly useful. Not useful here.
No.
He should really just be not here right now.
Well, he's got an Observer now, so he'll be able to take those out, but...
maybe.
He could do a lot of damage.
Maybe.
Yeah, he could definitely do a lot of damage
he's got
here.
another warp cycle.
Wow, okay. I was expecting the Zerg to have a little bit more at this stage. Oh, he's getting a lot more lurkers. I mean, he had his window. Like, he could just go. If he waits too long, it's going to be a bad time when these lurkers get out. But if he would have just went in right after he killed those other 2 lurkers, that would have been the show.
No, there the lurkers are. They're in place, and that's going to make it an awful pain to make it through.
The Archons are using the forged skin. Okay. I don't know anything about that. I'm not, as sad as it is, I'm not much of a supporter of skins in StarCraft.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of skins in the game, or at least there was for Zerg, that makes them... like chunkier, makes them. It's weird. It looks weird. In fact, when I first came back to the game and I was seeing some skins, I actually had to click on the unit to see what it was. Like, it changed the look of the unit so much that I was like, wait a second, is that a Marauder? Like, what is?
You get used to seeing it. There's something to be said about maybe having had the skins only be visible for the person who's using them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's an option.
I don't think it's an option, but
yeah.
It would kind of defeat the purpose, though, because then people can't see your skins.
No, but you can.
Yeah,
because really, who are the skins for? You or your opponent?
Well, it's to show your opponent that you've got a big wallet.
Oh,
and you've got skins, and you're a scrub if you don't have skins.
You can disable skins, apparently. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, I didn't know that.
But is it disable all skins or just your opponents?
You're learning something new every day.
This is right. Here comes Zerg for another round. That's going to be bad timing for him because Storm is actually just finishing. And that's going to be a big help for the Protoss here on home court.
Yeah.
Especially if he gets some eyeballs on this, but he hasn't really had anything out to spot this. So this is going to come as a bit of a surprise for the Protoss.
Yeah, he's got the army here to take care of this, though, especially with the storms. He's going to storm his own zealots quite a bit, but that's... Oh, those are big storms.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Nice little feedback, getting rid of that Overseer. And he's going to chase down some of these Roach, making the Archon. And now we are at 104 supply to 116 for Unity. And the Doc, still no fourth. So, I mean, he's sitting on 3 bases with the Protoss, and we all know that rule. Zerg really does need to be up at least 1 base over Protoss if you really want it to be a fair fight. Unless you've got some serious tech on them, like you've been saving up and you're surprising them with like a huge Mutaball or something. But beyond that, it's usually a bad sign.
You need to be able to overproduce.
Yep.
You need your production to just steadily outpace your opponent, or otherwise you're defeating the purpose entirely, and you're gonna have a bad time. Kind of like this.
Yeah, well, I mean, he still needs those storms. Like, he needs storms here. And there's more units coming down. Those Archons are putting in work, but they're starting to get low on shields. And he's gonna manage to pick off at least 1 Archon here. Gonna get this high temp as well.
Oh, excuse me. I thought he had high temps in there for the storms. I was ready to see him just blitz the heck out of him, but instead he just kind of stood there and took it.
Yep.
And now the Zerg is going to possibly consider returning the favor if he gets 1 more round of production out. But again, you're right. He needs another base.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about not attacking at all and just securing another base right now.
Yeah, he's even got less drones than the Protoss has probes. And I'm sure I was about to say, at this rate, the Protoss is going to get a 4th before the Zerg gets a 4th, which is an even worse scenario here for a Zerg player. The good thing is he is upgraded. He does have a little bit of an upgrade advantage on the Protoss, 2-1 opposed to 0 and 0-1. So, you know, he's got that going for him, but there's the tech here, man. And as long as he's got these high temps for a couple of storms, and then you've got those Archons to start also doing some AoE damage, it's going to be a bad news bears. It almost seems like Doc is just going for a 3-base. Oh, no, there it is.
There it is.
He's done it.
He made it happen.
He's done it.
Base number 4 is on the map. It's coming out.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he was just going to do an all-in here on 3 base, but he is getting the 4th down. He's sitting on a lot of minerals. He got 2,100 with 900 gas. He is 161 supply. Relatively even there with Unity, but he doesn't have the tech. He no longer has lurkers. He doesn't have corruptors getting ready to go into broodlords. He doesn't have really anything.
The only upside for the Zerg right now is that there's really not enough high temps here to do any more than a couple of storms. And those were very good storms. If he was going to only be able to hit 2...
Yeah, those were the 2 you wanted to hit.
Those were the 2 that he needed to hit.
He needed to hit 2. He needed 2 more storms there to melt it all.
I was just checking out the units right before he came down. He only had 2 high temp, and obviously he only had enough energy for 1. And that's actually going to allow him to make his way all the way in here.
Crazy.
There it is. Mothership, though, showing up in a couple of carriers. Never mind. Oh, that was so close.
The core goes down.
Last second.
Rip the dream, and now he's got a couple of carrier, a couple of immortals. He does have his 4 still as well. What is the play here for Zerg? I think just getting Hydra. Lots and lots
at this point,
of Hydra.
I think that's really all you can do is get a bunch of Hydra.
Hydra, maybe some Corruptors when you've got this. This is why you needed the 4th a while ago, right? Because right now, if the Zerg had 4 bases for a while, going on his 5th, or even has the 5th by now,
is like instant.
oh, it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you just killed that army, and I crippled you a little bit. Well, now I'm just gonna, get 20 Corruptors, and I'm gonna build 30 Hydra.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready for round number 2, and I'm not gonna let you build up an adequate amount of carriers to stop this attack. But that's just not the case here, because Red has just been ahead in economy the entire game. Even though the supply is in Doc's favor, really that's not the actual picture that's being painted here.
No.
The tech is down. He's got enough gateways to really start producing a lot of units quickly. He's going to have to produce those units quickly, because here comes another attack. But if Unity can hold off here and not take too much damage, he should be able to snowball for the rest of this game.
The count is closer though, because he is 20 probes up on the Zerg, so 20 workers anyway. So the army count's actually pretty friggin' close.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be about tech and about positioning here. And how many high temps are we talking about this time
He needs a bunch. He's got what, 6 here, which is going to be enough. That mothership is now out too, and there's no overseer here.
This would be some
storms. He needs storms. They're those are huge.
Oh my god!
One more storm and then make those Archon.
Nice
one more storm.
Tex.
Oh my goodness, he's not making Archon. He's going to lose. There we go. He's made the Archon.
Go.
He had enough to do one more storm on top of that as well.
Yeah,
he might save both carriers. Nope, one's going to go down. The Hydras are focusing down on those carriers, which is smart.
Wow.
Gets both of them.
Will he get the mothership core too?
Nope. Man, if he only would have done that other storm,
wow,
he would have been able to keep both those carriers alive. He would have been able to, well, he still made those Archons, but that fight would have went even more into the favor of Unity, and he'd have 4 carriers right now instead of 2. So really good attack there from our Zerg player, but now we're back down to square one. Both are low on supply, and the vast majority of them are workers. And here's a drop from Unity, which what you want to do against Zergs.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild that just played out the way that it did. It was unfortunate. He spammed a lot of storms. He had a really good first few storms.
Yep.
And then it's like he just went ham on the hotkey, and he stormed the ever-living heck out of one spot. Like he just nuked one spot. There was no units left anymore. They'd already been dead.
Yeah.
And he wasted them, and that was kind of an unfortunate situation that ended up losing him that battle. He really would have come out way ahead.
Yeah, he definitely would. And that's tosses do this a lot, and they panic when they're getting overran by those Roach and Hydra. You're like, well, shit, I need to get off all my storms before these Hydras die, because now High Templar die, because they're going to be useless.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He spammed, but just like what you said, the vast majority of it was in this little tiny, 4-inch radius. And a lot of units were...
was so good, it was well spaced out, he was hitting where he needed to, and then he just nuked one spot.
Yeah.
Real bad. And it was super effective for the 3 units standing there. But for everything else...
there's MasterCard.
So yeah, he unfortunately came out a bit short-handed there, but he's building up yet again. At this point, I feel like the Zerg should have had yet another base or 2.
Oh, I've been feeling that way the whole game.
Yeah.
Right now, he should be half this map.
Yeah.
I mean, we are 17 minutes in. It's not a short game by any means. Still no real tech. He had given up from tech. He's even got a bunch of drones in here. Like, not sure what that is.
Kitchen sink, bro.
He's throwing it all in.
Kitchen sink.
He's pretty much all in right now.
Got a queen out there.
Still no 4th in behind.
Queen's just chilling.
He's taking it all.
No, that queen actually had to have like a When Cheese Fails episode 6 style, pilgrimage. Oh, that's it. Oh, no.
Ooh!
Oh, he did some well-placed storms there that time, and that stasis field
That's game.
was all that he needed to secure those storms.
Ooh.
And he brings it home.
Yeah, those storms were very painful. Well, there it is. Thank you again, sir, for the donation to the Gimme Shelter campaign. If you guys want to get involved, you want to spread some love, you can do that with the link in the description of this video. And if you're watching this on Twitch, there's 2 ways to donate. Number 1, through that PayPal link underneath the stream, and then number 2 is the landing page where you can type in !World Vision in the chat and go and donate there. When you do donate on the landing page, you will get a tax receipt as well, so you can claim that at the end of the year. This is a 5-week ordeal. We're on the first week, the first event, and we have managed to break about $4,000 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Already over a $10,000 goal that's supposed to stretch over a long time, right? Because we're going to be posting a lot of stuff on YouTube. All these games will be posted on YouTube. All the base trade event will be posted on YouTube. Then we have another one. And then on top of that, we have another guy that has a YouTube channel, and he's going to be posting content on there as well. So you guys have done a great job so far today. We appreciate it. We are going to take a small intermission.
Yep.
I'm going to grab some food. We'll come down. We'll chat with you guys and stuff.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
But sit tight. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.